Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Hannah Wallace, and today joining us in Frankfurt is Gerhard Kebbel from Helaba, and we're going to be talking about digitalization in financial services. Gerhard, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Digitalization within banking is by no means a new concept. So why are we still talking about it as a goal for banks?
I think that digitalization is not something new in retail banking, that's for sure. But it's very different in corporate banking. And if you look at our business at Helaba, 70% of our earnings come from real estate financing and the biggest part of the rest from corporate financing, but corporate banking with very large clients with large caps. And this is a very individual business with individual products with long-term relationships. So when I started here, I was welcomed with the question, what on earth do you actually want to do here? Because digitalization is all about automation, about mass processes and so on and so forth. And my answer then was, I don't think so. I think digitalization means something different. It means a move towards the future, and a move towards the future in various aspects. Aspect number one is transparency. At the interface to the client, we want to give the client a better idea of what his products with the bank look like, what his financial status is. So just like in retail banking, you have an everyday view of your accounts, of your loans, of your derivatives. This is something which the bank cannot offer today, but it will once we have our client portal, which we'll get online within the next month. Then efficiency. Our clients want easy processes, want simple processes, and we also want internally processes which are more efficient, and all this can be reached via digitalization. And thirdly, we want innovation, we want new products, we want new platforms, we want an extension of the business we have nowadays. And all of this is kept together and driven forward by cultural change. And cultural change, both in the senior management and large area of employees, is key in order to drive digitalization forward.
How much of digitalization is about technology, and how much is it about culture?
Well, I would really say that 20% is technology and 80% is culture. If you want to start with digitalization, you have to have the right mindset in the management. And it all starts from the top management, of course. Your CEO has to want it. And he or she must be the person who advocates digitalization in the company and towards the clients. If that is not the case, then forget it. It will not work. And you can have the best apps and the wonderful gadgets, but they will never come into use. From the top management, it must get to the senior management, and from there more into the organization. We are trying to get our senior management into digitalization by doing digital learning journeys, for example. We're building up a digital network so that the employees are also, everyone who wants to be interested can get into that. And we're trying to connect both in workshops and try to develop initiatives which we can drive forward.
Thinking about how banks would evolve in the age of digitalization, what do you think is the ideal end state to aim for?
Well, you see, the point about digitalization is it brings something new into the world. Now, the nice thing about this something new is we don't know what it actually looks like. Because if you knew what the new would look like, it wouldn't be new. So, yes, we can sort of take steps into the future. That's why we have a digital agenda, which, sort of sums up what we want to use as a first step, as a second step, and so on and so forth. And at this point, we have a couple of notions what the future state could look like, but we have by no means a clear idea what it could be, and nobody can tell you what Helaba will look like in 10 years. We're making progress in our digital agenda. We're moving towards a future state, and perhaps in a couple of months or a few years, we will know more. And then we can come to a clearer description of this future state. But it's still a long time to go, and there is a lot of new things which we first have to cover.
Gerhard, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks to you, it was wonderful.
And thank you for watching.